Welcome to the Old Man's Corner. Pull up a chair and have a sit. Today we're going to be talking about things that can help other people get through the long days, especially when they're aging. Years ago, I had gardens. I'd always put in a garden, and then I'd work that garden, and I'd plant various vegetables. And this year that I'm referring to, I had put in a pretty large garden. I had tomatoes, and I had squash and green beans and potatoes and corn and lots and lots of tomatoes. Well, I used to go out and work that every chance I got, and there's usually always quite a crop. Well, I was also working at a nursing home as a nurse, and being around these people, I saw a lot of them didn't have much that they were enthused about. It was just day-to-day routines for them. So, come harvest time, I would go out, especially with tomatoes. I had cherry tomatoes and what they call the yellow pear tomatoes, and I'd pick a lot of it. I had lots of those, and so I'd bag them up, small bags, baggies of them, and I'd take them to work and give them to people who wanted them. A lot of these people really, really enjoyed those because they hadn't had tomatoes in ages, and especially something they could just take to the room and snack on. Well, also, occasionally, especially at this one time, we had a cook there at the nursing home. She was an excellent cook. So I picked a batch of green beans, and I had planted what they call blue potatoes. And so I dug up some blue potatoes and cleaned them all up and took them into the nursing home, and the cook cooked them up for them for dinner. Well, blue potato, it isn't actually blue. It looks like a regular potato until you cut it open, and it's purple inside, which I'd never seen them before, so they're amazing to me. So she had cooked them all up and served them at dinner one night, and people were amazed because they had fresh green beans and new blue potatoes, and it just made their day. And these are the type of things that I think people tend to forget, that some of the simplest things can bring great joy to people. They loved them. No one had ever seen them before, these blue potatoes, but they devoured them right down. And the cook, she was just thrilled, and the residents, they were thrilled the rest of the day. Well, these are just a few things that I think people can do themselves, is just do a few out of the way things that might help somebody. Could be an elderly person, it could be just a person who's in need of help, has very little money, or has a situation where they can't get out and get around themselves. So doing that for people tends to always improve their lives and make them happier. I think this is what God wants us to do, is to share our talents and let others enjoy them, and let them share their talents with us. And if you like these type of stories, or have a story like this, leave me a word down in the comments, and I sure would love to read them. So, you all have a great day. Talk to you later.